As an Amazon seller, you need to be growth-minded and have highly converting product listings in order to become niche leader and sell more products than your competitors do. In this video, we will talk about what is revenue management by introducing aNavigator's services and approach to help sellers to keep the right focus and make better decisions to scale the business based on the available data. To learn more about the services, check the links from the video description below. Hi Oleg, I'm really happy to welcome you back on OrangeClick YouTube channel to talk about how aNavigator helps Amazon sellers to scale their business and earn more profits. So for those who don't know you yet, could you first introduce yourself and also give us a brief overview of what aNavigator does, because later in this video we will dive a little bit more into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Lisette, for having me here. It's our relationship with OrangeClick is a few years already, and I like what you do for the European community, especially. And so if you don't know me, I'm Oleg Zaydiner from aNavigator. I'm in Amazon space from 2015, I believe. This is the time I sold my previous IT company, and I was looking for some new adventures, and I end up being in Amazon space, and I still feel it very adventurous path. And what we do in aNavigator, we help brands get maximum market share using all the data science possible. And just to frame the discussion, there is like PPC part of it. We do it, but I don't like to call myself PPC because we do much more, right? PPC is just one of the tools. And I'm happy to show my presentation, how you want it to go.
Yeah, sure. I should prepare the presentation to give us a better overview of how you usually work together with Amazon sellers and how you help them. Then sure, let's go and have a look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. One more point. I've been in the shoes of Amazon seller myself, and I sold my 7-figure brand back in 2019, right? This is before pandemic started. So, and the guys that I sold it to them, they really enjoy the profits from the pandemic. So aNavigator, what we do, the idea of the aNavigator came from like, we navigate you through the Amazon jungle. Okay, there are some brands, others that use the jungle word for it, but it's not related. What we focus on, we focus on the profit, because bottom line, every business that you do on Amazon, even if you invest in like long term, it's all about profit. So this is our main focus, to get our clients to the maximum possible profit. Okay, and next slide. I have the beautiful animations. Awesome. So we do revenue management. Again, this term is not really familiar in Amazon seller space, but it's coming from hospitality industry, where it was my previous startup. So basically, the idea is to get maximum sales from the inventories that you have and people that you have. Like it's coming from all the airlines and booking, all the companies that use this intensively. So we apply some of those ideas to Amazon space as well. And why you need it, and why I needed it when I was an Amazon seller myself, it's because the competition is growing. Like I've been on some podcast a few days ago, and there are a few people, and we totally agree. Like Amazon today is absolutely not the Amazon that used to be 5 years ago. The competition is absolutely on the next level, and you need to deal with it. And the market is, I put it like, market trends are shifting, but it's very gentle explanation of what's going on, because it's unfair competition. Everyone calls it Chinese sellers. I don't think it's only Chinese, like it's people from all over the world, but this is how we call it. And another piece of the problem is PPC spend for many brands, at least that I talk to, is the biggest spend on the P&L report. So like you spend huge amount of money on advertising on Amazon, and it's getting tough and it's frustrated. And this is where revenue management comes in. So we try to solve this amount of kind of problem. Okay, and usually when I talk to Amazon sellers, and especially experienced like Orange Click viewers, so like there is million of tactics, like videos, images, deals, coupons, variations, etc., etc. By the way, I don't know about your content on Orange Click. If I post something on LinkedIn, all the posts about tricks or tactics, they get the maximum engagement, right? And yeah, I don't know again about your content.
Yeah,
So
it's usually any kinds of hacks or 10 quick ways or something like this. It always works because it seems like sellers think that, something they can apply easily and fast could help them a lot, but they often, I think, don't understand that actually what matters the most is mostly the long-term strategies and approaches, which kind of have to be built up on like good foundations.
yeah, absolutely. So this is usually the case. Yes, we did this and we did that and we tried all this tactic, and we're part of this community and we learn from we know everything. Okay, it's good. And I've been there, right? I was trying to do all my best to play with Amazon, but it's all the tactics. But then from the other side, there is a huge data available, right? And every year they add more and more and more. I remember when I started, we use all these external tools mostly, but today just data sets that we get from Amazon is already overwhelming. And we started to use all this chat GPT for data science, because like it's too much of data even for me as a data nerd, and my background is computer science, by the way. So it's still too much. And the question I ask all Amazon sellers that we talk to, do you really make your decisions which tactic to use or if it was successful on the data? And the answer usually like, yeah, kinda, yeah, because I totally understand it's complicated, right? So this is we have this SQP recent tool that we had a video few months ago, right? And so I don't know, you can probably put the link. So we made a small spreadsheet how you can get some data of this SQP easily, right? And then the third part of the issues is all about spend, because many sellers, at least we talk to, is approach Amazon performance based. If you talk like to the big brands, they see the huge difference. There is performance based advertising. This is more or less what you do on Amazon, and there is all about visibility and awareness. You not measure ACOS or you don't measure ROAS. You just spend 5 million a year to be, recognized as a brand. And what we have on Amazon, again, 5 years ago, it was like a gold rush. You put something, you put little bit of the spend, and you start to get transactions, and yeah, and then you order containers, right? It was my story. But today, the performance getting less and less effective for the ads, and you need to spend more, and cost per click grows and everything, and it's starting to be tough, right? You can try some idea, but you need to put 10,000 and like, okay, should I do it? It's risky, right? And this is basically what we do, like a lot of tactics and strategies, and like small ones, a lot of data, and very expensive tool as the Amazon PPC. And we come in the middle and we try to help sellers and brands to really build the strategy, as you mentioned, like long term, something that works, because you need to understand what competitors doing, how perform organic, how performs conversion, and everything. And this is what we do. We even work like we have a PPC team. Of course, it can be part of our service, and most of the clients we work PPC as well. But we even have cases now that we work with your PPC team. So you have your PPC guy in-house, or you have your PPC team, and they're usually very good to keep your ACOS or ROS or whatever language you talk to, but they usually sucks. Sorry, they're all very good people, yes, and we like to work with them, but because they don't take the whole picture, they sucks in making your takers and grows. They even can keep your takers, but not the grows. But this is what, right? So we kind of, this is a revenue management part of what we do. And the KPIs we are working usually is a revenue, right? Like how much you grow month over month. This is usually it's important, especially now we see in most niches on Amazon is winner takes it all, more or less, with some exceptions. 3-5 top players takes most of the business. So if you're not part of it, it's very hard to be a sustainable growing business. So revenue is one of our main KPIs. The take-us is another one, and ad spend, of course, as well. And this is also, I wanted to show, this is a kind of screenshot from our internal tool. We use ClickUp, and I was surprised, but for many sellers that we work, especially if they have like product lines and markets, USA, Canada, they say, wow, it helped us so much. So we like make an order in the mess, right? Because and we try to kind of segment the products. The launch, you're just launching, right? You need, this is your focus. Does it convert? Do you get reviews, etc.? Scale, you're trying to get to the next level. This is a bestseller product. This is you want to keep your competition and not give away. Or some products that we tried or it was working, so it sell out. And just putting it in the table, and this is what our clients see as well. And this is how like the interface between us. It's a huge value, and like for me, it's obvious. You need to make everything. Yeah. So this is I wanted to show. And then this is a more or less our process, how we deal. Again, if I understand, it's very different from the normal PPC agency. This is why I say we are revenue management agency. We always start with the market analysis. And most sellers, they came to us, yeah, we have a keywords, etc. So like, it's amazing, give it to us, but we want to do ourselves. We want to learn who are real competitors, what the problems, like everything. Then we try to develop strategy based on the data that you have from your historic data from the competitions. And hopefully, if it's a like bestseller product, we try to understand how to keep the bestseller, because it's absolutely different way of working. And again, this is a mistake I saw many times with Amazon sellers. They have like one product in the bestseller mode, another, and they don't really get that it should be treated differently in all terms, from the advertisement, from the pricing, etc. And also, big part of what we do is we never outsource the delivery of the service to someone. We are team, most of our team from Ukraine, but it's our team members, and everyone is get dedicated educations. And when we work with the clients, it's minimum team of 4 people. We have one revenue management person. I would call it's a Amazon seller with experience doing it in few hundred niches. This is what we do. So all our revenue managers, they see what we do in all the 100 niches we are working with. Then you have at least two PPC managers if you work with our PPC team or like not your PPC team. And then we have always the senior PPC girl. It's not a guy. It's we have amazing PPC girls in our team. They try to provide the guidance from the top overview, like and see the missing opportunities. So yeah, and of course, if the account is bigger, it multiplies by the number of niches or markets, etc. And as I said before, our KPI is the takers, your revenue, your market share, right? So like, I want our clients to see us as a partners, even though we get very fair flat fee pricing in most cases, right? But we behave and we treat our clients as a partners. And I also created some small giveaways. So we put all of our like general how we approach Amazon sellers and in kind of blueprints. And I think it's very strategic and very like step by step. And if you want to download it, there is a link. I would be happy to share it. Yeah, I was trying to be as more focused and precise as possible. I hope it it helps.
Very good. Thank you so much. And we'll put the downloadable link also to the video description probably, so it's easy to find. But yeah, you can use the QR code as well. Thank you. Very interesting to hear your, I would say, very different approach to helping Amazon sellers and working together with them. Because as you mentioned yourself, the term revenue management, it's not so common to hear in the Amazon space. So as people are maybe more used to hearing agencies or companies offering, let's say, full service for the Amazon sellers, could you highlight what are a couple of like main differences between your approach and, let's say, a regular full service Amazon agency?
Yeah, first of all, full service is very like vague term, I would say, right? Because it can be from, okay, we will do all the listings from you, from we will bring your brand to Amazon, or we will do the strategy, or we will do the PPC and the lightning deals. So, you know, like it's very different. What we do in the different from like we not do everything. We do what we do best, and what we do best is all related to data, numbers, and like convince Amazon algorithm that this product is the best for Amazon customers, right? So we focus on this part, and again, it's also resonate for like I know the full stack of Amazon because I've been there. I had a partner, but I know like all the pieces. And one of the reasons why I sold my brand, because I didn't really like doing all the logistics, suppliers, and packaging, and all this stuff. But I really enjoy doing the data science behind all these PPC reports. And back then we didn't have much, but it still was. Yeah. So our focus on what we do best, and we not try to do everything. This is, I think, this is our main difference.
Okay, very nice. So you help to keep the focus in the right place because, yeah, talking about data, as you mentioned earlier in this video, we did record another video together with you about search query performance data. And yeah, as you said, you like data yourself. So you actually provided a very useful spreadsheet that all viewers could download, because it could be a bit overwhelming if you're, as a brand owner, you access a lot of data from Amazon itself now. So any help that would help to navigate through it, as you said, is helpful for sellers to scale. So yeah, that's cool. And what kind of sellers do you usually work with? Are they mostly sellers who have been selling for a couple of years already, or are also like newer sellers welcome to reach out to you?
Yeah, today most of our existing clients and the new clients is or brands that private label for 3-4 years already, and usually they come with idea, okay, it used to be much better, it's not that good anymore, or it's going down, or I'm stuck. This is a language they use. Yeah, last year this is established sellers, and we see them less and less because I believe the community is shrinking, right? And we work with big brands. This is a different story. They speak different language. We had amazing call yesterday with a representative of huge brand from Canada. They say like $1 million brand, and they have a very simple questions about flat file and everything. So it's like, okay, there is a video, so Orange Click, but we don't know. So they live in different universe, right? And and they have different problems. They have huge products, usually very high margin. This is also good for them. And now for the last year, we get a lot of new clients that they brands, but they not on Amazon. And they want to get to Amazon Europe or US or Amazon overall. And like we have some very big companies from Turkey. We have companies from from Europe. So they're like, okay, there is something going on. We want to join, right? And we have much less like small beginner sellers, because like they talk to us, but like we analyze the numbers, the margin is very thin, the conversion doesn't work, and like all competitors more or less the same, and even cheaper. So like we cannot help, right? We don't do magics, we do data science. So it's yeah.
Okay, yeah, very interesting. And if anybody watching this video now would like to know more about the services, could you give us an overview? First, what's the best way to reach out to you and learn more about the services you offer, but also maybe describe a little bit how it usually works when a seller reaches out to you. What do you do with the seller, and how do you end up collaborating in the end?
Yeah, absolutely. The best way to find me is LinkedIn. I try to be and post some content and be valuable, but LinkedIn is the easiest way. Or you can find a form on our website. Usually our approach to clients or potential clients or Amazon sellers, whatever, is it's relation of trust. So we want to start helping, right? You can book call with me personally on the website or LinkedIn. And what we will do, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we will dive deep in your situations, we will learn, and usually it's already very helpful, right? And no obligation, no pay in advance, like, right? So, and and if there is potential, if you're interested in what we are doing, we have like few steps. We can sell kind of a deep dive analysis, so we can do it one time, what we do with everyone anyway, but we can do it deep analysis, competition, advertisement, all the tactics, what can be done, and provide like 1 hour, hour and a half, 90 minutes call when we can, dive deep with you personally. And then you can take the strategy and implement with your team or yourself, up to you. Or the next time we can work with your internal PPC team and give you like monthly, we call it growth call. Then we see all the data and we give you access to all our internal dashboards, etc. And we can, guide you and your team. Or the maximum package we do is like we do not the full service, but full revenue management service. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for explaining how it's possible to help sellers to manage their revenue and how you are doing it today. So anybody interested, check out the website link in the description of the video as well. And if you have any questions to Oleg, then post them also under the video so we could invite him back to hear and answer those. Or as he said, reach out on LinkedIn or other ways as well. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you soon again.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed watching this interview and learned something new, then don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to our OrangeClick YouTube channel if you are not yet a subscriber. And now I would like to invite you to watch another video which I recorded together with Oleg about Search Query Performance Report. In that video, Oleg actually gives away a free spreadsheet which will help you to analyze the data better and make better decisions to grow your Amazon business.